Hi, my name is Roberto Carrasco, and I'm very overwhelming. It's already overwhelmingly weird to get that off my chest. I'm weirdly overwhelmingly in a lot of ways, and I am overly whelmingly, alwaysly taking care of everybody around me and never really taking care of myself in a weird sense. But in a more of a weird sense, I'm gonna explain to you in this video, which I thought I have already, but I probably never have. This is a baby book. What to expect when we're expecting. Do I look like someone who's expecting the baby or will be expecting the baby in the near future or right now? I mean, not saying someone's gonna drop off a baby in the basket like in the lawn, or I don't know. This, I never needed it. I never needed to do any of this. This shows fact of either caring or overwhelming. I thought of making this video and then I was like, wait, I should include this. This is one of the reasons of I can show you that I am an overwhelmingly weird person, and I care a lot about everybody in my life, and I tend to do it probably a little bit too much where it drives people crazy and maybe sometimes drives people insane, because not saying that I'm perfect. No one is. I'm not an angel. I'm not the nicest person in the world. Everybody has their good and bad days. But I am an overwhelming person, and it is, and it can be a lot to take in and to see, and it's just wow. And for me to just always want to just give myself to everybody and always be there and always take care of them, sometimes it can be a lot, because sometimes some people don't want all of that and hovering and stuff, and that's totally okay and fine. But for me, once I see it's my job to take care of you, I just always full forward want to do the best and want to see the best from you. And it scares me when I see someone not doing the best, especially when I know and see so much potential and see that they want to see and be all the potential in them. It freaks me out, and it does drive me a little crazy and mad when I see someone not doing good, and I'm just trying to shake the happiness and the good out of them that they want to see in them. Because when I have a task, it's like whenever there's a superhero in a movie and they're given this task to do good and watch over somebody, make sure they do good, and it's like when they don't, you're like, no, what are you doing? You could do so much better. And then you're trying and stuff, and then a weird sense of that, you know? But this book, when my sister was pregnant, I literally was her midwife, and she could tell you, she remembers it, we talk about it every time. And she tells me too how sometimes to just not be so overbearing with my brother Jeremiah, because she knows how I can be. And I know I can be overbearing and overwhelming. And this book shows me that I can, and I know, because people that I love and care about, I just always want them to do great and to be healthy and to succeed and everything, along with myself. But I always, with me, with everything that goes on, I always want everybody to, if I'm succeeding, I want everyone else in the world around me to succeed too, because I want to see so much greatness and happiness in everyone. And sometimes it does come across a little bit as, and I totally get that. But sometimes it just gets the best of me, because I am, and I can feel that I really, really am overwhelming. And it's like, okay, we get it, we know you care, but chill, you know? And I get that sometimes I can and need to chill, and I'm trying to relax on that in some ways, but sometimes it just gets, just a little bit overwhelmingly scary. But I guess to those people that I do and overwhelmingly feel that they are overwhelmed by me, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that sometimes I am overwhelming. I'm sorry that sometimes my actions come out a little bit too much. Oh my God, relax. I'm sorry that sometimes I am just always on you. I'm sorry to my sisters that I'm always so aggressive and I'm always just trying to take care of them, and sometimes it just is a little too crazy. I'm sorry to my dog that sometimes I'm overwhelmingly her all the time. I'm sorry to my brother Jeremiah that sometimes I am, and I can be a lot. And then my friend Damien and the people that I work with and stuff, and people that I'm just so aggressively always on top of, because I always just want to see them succeed and see them do the best. And I guess I'm also sorry to myself, because sometimes I am a little bit hard on myself. Well, I'm always hard on myself, 110%. As much as anybody thinks that I am on them, I'm 110% more hard on myself. I mean, this apartment looks like a mess right now because it is a mess, because I'm cleaning and stuff. But you know what I mean? Overwhelming. So today's word of the day is, I guess, overwhelming, because it's realization and overwhelmingly weird for me to always just focus so much on trying to see everybody do better, and I should always at least put myself first, and I'm learning about that and how to put myself first. and stuff. This video is all over the place of overwhelmingly weirdness. Just trying to figure it all out. I'm just an adult in this weird old world of trying to figure anything out, really, because some days I look and I remember this and I'm like, okay, I think you're a little overdoing it sometimes with some people, and it can be a little bit overwhelming. And I'm so sorry to anybody that I'm ever like hovering over, or you feel like I'm too much, or you feel like I am, because I mean sometimes I probably am, and sometimes saying it like that, sometimes I probably am, is a cop out. It's kind of like I'm not saying it fully, because I know that sometimes I really am overwhelming, and I can be like, you know, it's a lot to take in, but I promise you in the long run, it's a great deal with me being my friend, being a family, and being with me, because I feel like I'm always there. And if you think nobody's there to talk to, have me. And if you, there's upsides of being with me and putting me in your life as well. With super overwhelmingly, you get always good morning texts. You get somebody to make sure that you're alive and okay and breathing and taking all your vitamins and vegetables and stuff. And if you want to go clean clothes and extra outfit or any things or band-aids and stuff, I got you covered, and I'm always right there for you. And you know, I just like think about all that stuff, and like it just like comes to my mind like, oh, maybe I can just like relax a little bit, because it's a lot to take in, and it's a lot. It's a lot. Lucy, I'm sorry. I guess this message is just to anybody that I've ever been like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that sometimes it is a lot to take in. I'm sorry that I am a lot or a bit, or sometimes just a little bit much. You're just like, whew, I need to breathe. I'm sorry that sometimes I talk way too fast. I'm sorry that sometimes I can't really understand you, because I'm not really fully paying attention to you, because my ADD and my best just gets the best of me of everything else that's going around. I'm sorry if sometimes I'm not a good listener. I'm mostly a good talker. I'm sorry if sometimes you don't see that I really do care for you, but I really 110%, 1,000 bajillion% care for you and each and every one of you in my life. That I say you're in my life, I care for you 110%, 1,000 bajillion. I would give you my own life if I could. I would give you every piece of love I have, and I try to do that as my best. It just always puts a lot into perspective and everything, and I just always wanted to say that I love you guys, and thank you for always just being there, and thank you to the ones who are always in my life and around. And I just want you guys to always know that I love you so very much. This video is a lot of overwhelmingly weird feelings that I feel right now, and I'm trying to go into the new year with a different perspective. I always try to go into each day with a different perspective and like just always a different mentality. But I think this year I'm trying to focus on a lot more of just first-handly taking care of myself and figuring a lot out, and secondly, thinking about everybody else and always thinking more of the situation instead of just like type of thing, and just taking care of everything first and then figuring it out. Just overall, I'm just trying not to be overwhelming. I'm sorry. I'm really trying. It's in my nature to care so much and care a lot about people, and it's just really hard for me to like to break away from that. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm trying. If you're in this boat with me, give this video a thumbs up, or let me know down in the comments below if you're totally like me and like very overwhelmingly just always want to see people do good, and you just want to see the best for the people that are in your life. Okay. I love you guys, and as always, remember, don't forget to smile, and remember, you truly do mean the world to me, and I love you so much. You're never alone, okay?